again. So we are doing a take 2 for our Monday morning Facebook Live. Sorry about that, friends. My phone we were using to film has been on the fritz and we thought it was recording, but evidently the video doesn't work. So, new technology and we're starting over. So I'm Becky, and this is my daughter, MJ.
I'm here again.
And we are so excited that you all have been joining in for our Facebook Lives, and we're doing live science. We're having a lot of fun testing things at our house, and finding new things to bring to you. And today, we are going to do what we're calling Fireworks in a Jar, and it is inspired by the museum's Fireworks of Glass, the Chihuly sculpture. And we're going to bring that to you at home in a jar. And MJ, can you tell us what you need?
Yep. You need 2 jars, one here and one here, because like cold and hot, because we're doing it twice, because everyone knows that's what you do. You need salt.
And the salt actually is for a bonus experiment we're going to do later. So hang on to that.
Yeah, so don't worry about that right now. We need food coloring. I already got some in my hands because one of them exploded. Or 2. I don't know. Anyway, you need a glass. You just need a small bowl, a spoon or fork. We're using a fork, and
vegetable oil. Mm-hmm. So we're going to do this experiment twice, like we usually do, and we're going to show you a fun little hack, which is we're starting with cold water. This is just cold water out of the tap, and we have some hot water sitting in the wings. So we'll show you how you can do this twice. One with cold and one with hot. It just makes the experiment just a little bit different. So what we've done, we started is putting a mason jar. We're using a clear jar. You could use a cup for this, just anything that is clear. And if you're going to use hot water, make sure it's heat proof. So we have that ready to go. The next step is we are going to add about 2 tablespoons, doesn't have to be exact, of vegetable oil into our bowl. Now, MJ is going to pick out a couple of colors of food coloring, and we've learned don't use more than 2 colors.
You can use 3, but you only want to do 1 of each of those.
Yeah.
I hope this doesn't explode.
I don't think they'll explode. So what we're going to do is add...
Again.
It exploded. Oh well. We're going to add 2 drops of each color, and
boing, boing.
And this is one that a little bit goes a long way. We learned that.
And when we mean a long way, we mean a long way.
Yeah. And then 2 drops of yellow.
Because you can do, come on, you can do more than 1. Only you're gonna, you just need to note that tops you want to have.
Can you tell them what we're doing?
You can only have 4.
Yep. So now what we're doing is we're using our fork. And to just mix it up. I don't know if you all could tell from the camera, but when we put the food coloring drops, they stayed as one big drop. And why is that? We talked about
because I'm trying to squish him. Anyway, it's because we're using vegetable oil, and it doesn't really want to mix with the vegetable oil like it would.
The food coloring, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like the food coloring doesn't want to mix with the vegetable oil like it would with water or milk and other things because it's vegetable oil.
And
the vegetable oil doesn't mix with the water when we put it on top because we're basically doing leveled layers.
Yep.
Because they don't mix unless you mix them yourself or add something.
And we should say that the reason why they don't mix is that our food coloring is mostly water and oil don't mix. So now that we've broken up our food coloring dots, little balls into small balls. I know, it's hard to say.
Sprinkles.
Now we are going to add the vegetable oil. Just pour it right on top of our glass jar.
And as you can tell, it still does not mix because it's water.
And so then you just want to let this sit here for a moment or 2. And it's kind of hard to see probably in the camera, but what we're seeing
is they're in the bubbles. It's in the bubbles.
Yeah, so we have little balls of food coloring in our little balls of oil, and now something's starting to happen. Can you describe what's happening, Mary Jane?
I can't see that.
See right there?
Oh yeah, it's like falling.
So what is it that's falling?
It's the food coloring drops, it's basically raining. But as you can see, it goes down very slowly in the cold water.
Yep.
That's because it's cold, and so it doesn't it basically kind of freezes it as it goes down.
Well, it's
just colder basically.
Yeah. So
that's why it's basically why you get snow when it's cold outside.
Well, sort of. So we'll talk about the temperature difference here in a moment. But what we're starting to see, now we're going to start to get our fireworks. So we have these little balls of food coloring, which as they separate out from the oil, they get heavy and they burst through that oil. As they enter the water, the color starts to dissipate.
Sorry, it's just reflecting.
So now we're starting to get our fireworks. So you just want to let this sit for a few moments and watch what happens.
That's what happens when you get cold water, but we
have
hot water over here, so I'm going to get it.
So for those of you who are just joining us, we're going to do this a second time. We are doing the fireworks in a jar. So we have the cold water sitting here. We're going to do this again, but this time we're going to use hot water. So what we're going to do is we are going... Yeah. How about I do this part?
Okay.
So kids, if you're doing this with the warm water, definitely make sure you have a grown-up help you.
And you also wanna definitely heat it up.
Yeah. So you don't need boiling water. Just make sure it's
steam.
Hot water from your tap is plenty fine. We just got this.
We just wanted to be we're doing this, so of course we just boiled it beforehand.
So we have our hot water. We're just going to leave that, and I'm going to add some more vegetable oil. We're going to put about 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil into our small bowl, and we're going to use 2 different colors.
I think I'm going to use this one.
How about we use a pink? Here, since pink's my favorite color.
Okay, I'll still use a green. I'm going to use a different green because the other one is bloated on me, and I don't want...
Here, I'll do the green.
Okay, I've had enough of
food I know.
You've had a lot coloring. It's bloating on me. I don't like it. I know.
That's okay. So what we've done is we have added the food coloring drops. No more than 4. And we are just mixing them with a fork to make sure that we can break up the food coloring. And as we talked about, it sometimes says that. As you talked about, the food coloring is mostly water. And so we can't fully mix it into the oil. It just breaks up into smaller clumps.
You have to add something else.
Exactly. So now what we're going to do... I know. Now what we're going to do is add our food coloring...
Because this one is really cool.
On top of... And their oil on top.
If you look closely at it, you can see that it starts way faster. And look at that.
Look at that.
So cool.
I know. It's super cool. So...
We might have added the wrong colors though.
That's okay.
It's turning really black.
That's okay.
We're going to need to use that for the bonus one.
So as you guys can see the difference, we have the hot water is this dark purpley one, and the cold water is the one here.
It's still falling.
I know. So what's happening is in the hot water, the molecules, because it's warmer, they're moving a lot faster. In the water molecules are moving a lot faster. In the cold water, they're moving a lot slower because this is almost steaming. And so that means when the food coloring hits...
Do not touch it now.
Yeah, it's pretty warm. I probably shouldn't touch it. So what's happening is the food color moves through the water a lot faster because those water molecules are moving a lot faster. So what we realized... So this is your fireworks in jar. What we realized is once you have done this experiment, you are actually... already set up for another experiment.
And after that, all you need is to add a little bit more vegetable oil and have some salt.
Yep.
That's what the salt's for.
So once your food coloring is completely dissolved, and I think we'll use this green one
because you'll be able to see it better.
And so I'm actually just gonna stir that real quick to make sure that we can see the green. Hang on, just 1 second. Yep.
This is gonna look so cool.
So now what I'm gonna do is, now we're turning our fireworks and glass into a lava lamp. We're going to add a little bit more vegetable oil, so we have a bigger layer. A little bit more.
That's a lot more.
All right, a lot more.
Then you just add some salt. You want to use a lot of salt. While I'm doing this, fun fact: a long time ago, if you or your family had salt, you would be rich.
Yep, so salt was very much a prized commodity back like the Middle Ages. So what we're doing is we are just adding big
We have
clumps of the
salt
salt.
everywhere.
It does make a mess. We're just adding clumps of salt to our oil. And if you can't see what's happening, let's try to get it
We have a
there.
lot of salt.
We are. So what's happening is when the salt drops into the oil,
Like,
it grabs.
You don't want to sprinkle it because they're just on the top. You want to like actually take like a clump like this, this, and then be like, boing.
So can I tell them what's happening?
Yes.
Okay. So what's happening is that when we put the salt on, it grabs clumps of that oil and it pulls it down, and the salt kind of wraps around the oil. And then when it falls into the water, the salt on the outside dissolves, and because oil and water don't mix, and because oil is less dense than water, the oil starts falling up and down. So it starts looking like a lava lamp. The cool thing about this is you can keep adding some salt. It'll keep going for a while.
Keep going for
there's another big... And so we've definitely learned that if you add a bigger clump of salt...
It looks cool.
It looks cooler. And this is another one you can kind of keep going with for a while.
But you want to... I'm just going to do this again.
There you go.
Anyway, I have one salt cube on my finger right now.
Yeah. One. Okay. That's okay.
Oh, we didn't talk about Steggy.
Oh, yeah. Well, Spike is here. We forgot to mention Spike. So that is 2 experiments for 1 today, and we are super excited.
But before we sign off, I just want to make one quick announcement. We have named this.
Oh, so the grass head that we introduced last week, we decided it needed a name, and it is Geraldine.
Yeah.
So
Geraldine.
grass head named Geraldine. So now we're slowly naming all the plants at our house.
Yes.
So we want to thank you again for joining us for our Science Facebook Live. We'll be coming to you again on Friday with another at-home science experiment.
Wait, it's Monday?
And today is Monday. I know it's hard to keep track right now.
I did not know that. I thought it was Friday.
Nope, today's Monday.
Bye!
So you can see more great things to do at home at childrensmuseum.org/museum at home. Thanks for joining us.
And you might see me again. Bye!
You just might.